what the hell's going on down there? It's mayhem.
I mean, if you need a weird college athletics story, there's a good chance it's happening here.
Scott Satterfield enters the season in Louisville on the hot seat. He lands some good recruits. And we thought, well, maybe that's going to give him the pause. They start 2-3 now. He's probably going to get canned. Then they finish pretty strong. They still lose to Kentucky. Fan base isn't loving him. He gets the Cincinnati job. Jumps to Cincinnati. And in a weird twist, Cincinnati and Louisville are playing each other. And the day he leaves from Louisville to Cincinnati, they have a press conference together in Fenway Park. Now we have Jeff Brohm, the Louisville icon, who last summer talked about coming back in some secret meeting with a closed down high school. Does he leave Purdue this time after 6 years and doing a really good job? Is now the timing. Fortunately, we have a Louisville correspondent.
We do.
Pat, what the hell's going on down there? It's mayhem
in the national capital of weird. I mean, if you need a weird college athletics story, there's a good chance it's happening here. Yeah, this was a wild one. Didn't see this one coming at all. Satterfield had kept his job. It was close. It was back and forth. He wins 5 out of 6 games, gets to 7-4. They're going to keep him. Maybe even give him a raise. But then you go lose to Kentucky for the 3rd time in 3 meetings, all by double figures. And the raise is off the table. I'm not sure it was ever actually on the table, but you were not going to get a raise, maybe not an extension, but you're going to be able to keep your job. Next thing you know, and I wonder if Cincinnati whiffed on some people that they were hoping to get, but all of a sudden Cincinnati's list starts looking like some MAC guys and nothing else. And then all of a sudden, boom, bang, Monday morning, Satterfield's the guy. And it's funny, Ross knows this. I was doing actually the second best podcast out there, Kornheiser's podcast, like 8-something. And I hang up and there's a text from Ross. Did you see the news? And I'm like, what? And then it was like the Satterfield. I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding. And yes, not only are they playing in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl in 2 weeks, but reps from both schools were going to Boston that morning, to meet and talk about how they're going to promote the game. The best way to promote the game would be to put Satterfield in a chair between the two teams because they're on the same sideline. It's like put him in a bubble or something and let both sides at him or whatever.
Fenway, you got to be on one sideline.
Yeah. Both teams on the same sideline. So it's crazy. It's actually a win for Louisville. A lot of people here wanted him gone, but you'd have to pay a buyout. Now you're getting a buyout. You're getting money to change coaches, and you can put that money toward the fever dream, what has been the dream for years, which is bringing Jeff Brohm home as the coach of the Cardinals. I mean, you could not get more Louisville than that. And we've discussed 1,000 times on this show, having connections and nostalgia really doesn't matter. But what if you have connections and nostalgia and you can coach? And then Jeff Brohm can coach. And so he's absolutely the number one target. He's listening. We'll see where this goes. I suspect by later in the week he will be the coach of the Cardinals, but we're a long way from that.
Makes sense. It's only so far you can go at Purdue, especially as they're adding teams. He's done a great job. It feels like it's going to happen. No offense to Purdue. You got that drum, though. You haven't been clean on the drum.
This is their chance for a fresh start.
Maybe just
tell the truth about the drum when you hire your next coach.
Tell the truth about the drum and maybe admit there's no such thing as West Lafayette. It's just one little town. You're not big enough to have two sides.